A young man, mid-20s, narrates his need to share his terrifying experience. He has told everyone he can, but the urge to warn others remains. The story dates back 7 years to when his life was normal. Stable job, girlfriend, nothing out of the ordinary. He recalls the night it all began. It was late, and he had just come home from work. His apartment was quiet, his girlfriend asleep. As he locked up, he noticed something unsettling. The front door was already locked from the inside. He hadn't locked it. Brushing it off as forgetfulness, he went to bed. But around 3 a.m., he woke to the sound of slow, deliberate footsteps in the hallway. His girlfriend was still asleep beside him. Holding his breath, he listened. The footsteps stopped right outside the bedroom door. He sat up, staring at the darkness. The door was slightly open, and in the gap, he saw someone standing there. Heart pounding, he reached for his phone. As soon as he turned on the flashlight, the figure was gone. No sound, no movement, just gone. He searched the apartment, but everything was locked. Nothing was out of place. Days passed and he tried to move on. But then, little things started happening. The bathroom mirror fogged up with words he didn't write. His keys moved from the counter to the floor overnight. His girlfriend swore she saw someone standing in the hallway when he wasn't home. One night, he set up his phone to record while they slept. The next morning, he played the footage. Around 3:14 a.m., the bedroom door creaked open, but no one entered. Then the sheets on his side of the bed lifted slightly, as if something was crawling in. Terrified, he showed his girlfriend. She insisted they leave for a few nights. They stayed at a hotel, but even there, he felt watched. His dreams were filled with a shadow standing by his bed, whispering his name. Returning home, they found things worse. Objects were rearranged. A chair was positioned in the center of the room, facing their bed. The security camera he installed caught nothing, but there was a 6-second gap in the footage, right at 3:14 a.m. Determined, he researched the building's history. No deaths, no crimes, just an ordinary apartment. Then an old forum post caught his eye. Someone describing the same thing, the same feeling of being watched, the same occurrences. And it had happened in his unit. They moved out immediately, but even after leaving, the feeling followed him. His new apartment felt off. His reflection in the mirror sometimes lagged by a second. His fiancée woke up screaming, claiming something was whispering in her ear. One night, he woke up and saw his phone recording. He hadn't set it up. He played the video back in horror. At exactly 3:14 a.m., his sleeping self sat up, eyes open but blank, staring at the camera. Then in a low voice, he whispered, "He never left." Now, years later, the fear hasn't faded. He still wakes at 3:14 a.m., unable to move, unable to breathe, as something unseen sits at the foot of his bed, watching, waiting.